Hello gamers, welcome back to the channel. Captain Mez here today. Captain Barbara hanging out on the eel, letting Mez do the work for this episode, and we're going to continue our look at the default subs in Barotrauma. And today we're looking at the Orca, which is a scout class submarine. It's recommended for beginner crews, which is cool, so very much my sort of skill level, and the recommended crew size is between 3 to 6. Some additional facts off the wiki. The Orca costs 9,000 marks to buy, and its horizontal speed is pretty good actually. It's not as fast as the Azimuth, which we covered last time, but its horizontal speed is 25 kilometers per hour. The Azimuth was 30. Its descent is pretty good. It's 15. Azimuth was 16. So a pretty similar ship in all respects, other than the fact, as you can see, the guns are only on the top side of the sub. A pretty traditional looking sub. That it's kind of thing you'd expect to see in a World War II movie. Talking of which, by the way, I'm having a look at U-Boat at the moment. The game looks brilliant. I haven't bought it yet, but that's something I might have a look at for the channel down the track. Looks like a similar sort of concept, but to Barotrauma, but obviously with a more realistic setting, which I'm kind of interested about. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. But anyway, back to the Orca. So these guns are on the top of the ship, but it does have a little mechanism to combat enemies attacking from the bottom, which we will get into. Right, woohoo! Sitting on the floor, just chill out there, buddy. Right, so here we are in the top of the Orca. Let's get the crew firing up the engines because I don't have any. I don't have any crew. I might have to do that myself. Anyway, hopefully it's not too dark, but let's have a look. So, top deck. We are. So I'm just scrolling down on something here so I can have a look at the map. Yeah, so top deck we've got the oh, I can't open that. Oh, there we go, sorry. We got the we've got like a double ladder thing going on here, which is pretty interesting. And this one I assume opens up to oh, okay, so there you go. So that's how that works. Oh, this would be good if I actually die in the in the demo of this sub. So that's a little new to me, but the way you get out of this sub is through the top hatch there. Interesting, rather than out the side door. So that's different. And this way is the dive room. So we've got all the kit, 3 dive suits, and obviously all their gear in there, which is cool. So I just want to double check. There's no way of going down there. No. So from the top you get down into the guts of the sub, and here's the command room with a. What do we got here? Just a periscope. So this is just for having a look out there, making sure the top hatch is clear probably, and keeping an eye on what's going on above, which is nice. And then you've got a coil gun here, and this is the front side coil gun that we showed earlier. Cool. We'll look down there in a sec. I just want to keep pushing over here because we've got one more room here. I think this might be. It's just the electrics junction there. Out the way. Oops. So yeah, so here's the sort of the breakdown of the various rooms. So you got the upper deck we looked at a minute ago, the junction compartment there, the command room here, and another junction department. On the middle floor you got the engine room, the reactor room, central access panel, armory, storage compartment, med bay, crew quarters. You got the ballast tanks down the bottom there. I called them bilge in another episode. Ballast was the word I was looking for. You've got a docking port here, which will be interesting. Engineering, and a very small unreliable engine, I think is the case. So let's go and have a look at that in a bit of a closer order. So we looked at that coil gun there. There's the ammo. Here are the depth charges, which is sweet. And these ones are shells. So these ones, you recall the Azimuth had some, and I'm assuming you can load a submarine with whatever you want, but the Azimuth had some decoy shells. These ones have got the traditional sort of depth charge explosive shells, and I imagine that one is too. Yeah, so that's kind of how you can get at things at the bottom. Let's keep looking. Here's the gun on the back of the ship. So the coverage for the top is very good. I mean, you can have no problems if enemies are attacking you from the top, which is nice. Plenty of ammo, and a little storage thing there. And then again, as we saw in the map, the junction box. Now let's go down this ladder first, although I kind of think they should all match up. No? Okay, what's this? This is just like a little storage area. And heading into the reactor where the engineer would hang out. And let's keep going through here. The engine. Is that the engine? Yes, that's the engine. And a heap load more storage. So it's really got it's kind of an upgrade from, I guess, from the Dugong. It's still a beginner sub, but it's just that little bit more advanced as far as equipment's concerned. And here's the deconstructor and the fabricator down here, and the oxygen generator. I'm sorry. So it's definitely a slightly more ship in that it can stay out to sea for longer, and then there's some more storage there. So I think this would be a great ship to head into if you kind of knew what you were doing and you were able to sort of scavenge on the go, which I probably need to do more of in my solo campaign, because buying stuff from the stations can get expensive. You should really just be using that to upgrade your sub or buy crew. So this is the bottom hatch here, another way out of the sub. Interestingly, pretty brave, because I don't see many dive suits around here, but maybe we'll find some. And let's have a little look down here, and this is into the first ballast tank, and there's a few of these if memory serves. So we'll keep going up here. So I don't think you can go any further that way. Back to the armory area, and there's more down here. There's more. Well, in fact, this is the armory now. Yep, look at all those guns. Beautiful. And riot gear, all sorts of stuff. It's a really well equipped sub, and more ammo there for the guns as well. So just a good general sub, this one, I've got to say, apart from the screaming issue of no downward looking gunnage. So a little bit of a storage area right in the middle of the sub, which I imagine would be a bit of a problem. What is all this stuff? Okay, so kind of just some odds and sods. So clearly a sub made for fabricating. Gear on, and here's the medical quarters. Really nice medical fabricator, and all the supplies. Yeah, it's well kitted out. And then the crew quarters here, which is, I guess, cool if you've got some other human players. If you're playing it solo like me, it doesn't really matter, but at least this gives the players a chance to store their own stuff in their own little area there. And obviously the medic and others have got their own area, so that's more for the assistants, I guess. And let's keep going down into a bilge tank there, and head back this way, and this will be down into that bilge tank. So all in all, that is the sub. Pretty quick look at that one, but very straightforward sub really. This button, what does this do? Oh, that's the battery, sorry. Yeah, so pretty straightforward sub. As I said, the gun's on the top. We've got the did I go into engineering? Yes, I did. That's with all the fabricators and stuff. Engineering reactor room. So it's got all the basics. In fact, it's pretty much got everything, and just a little bit more of it. So it's faster. It's got more ability to survive longer at sea, and the only glaring issue that I can see is the guns on the top of the deck. But I am just reading somewhere that this ship, and I was kind of hoping to spot that and show you, but this ship has the ability to fire electrical discharges, and I'm quite kind of upset that we didn't see where that is. So I will have a look for that and show you it shortly. Okay, yeah, so because I'm a total muppet, I missed this when I was looking at the conning tower earlier, but it's actually really easy to fire the electrical discharge call. You can just click on here, and there you go. You saw the sub sort of shake. Then that fires an electrical charge, which electrifies the hull, which gets all the bad guys off, and I guess kills them, or certainly would do some damage to them. And here is where you launch your, well, it says decoy, but it will be in fact the I just launched 2 then, so they're probably both gone. It will in fact be the depth charges. Now, a lot of you have been asking this, and I will get around to doing it. It'd be good to do an episode looking at the weapons in more detail, so I need to work on that, and I'll get that to you soon. But that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed that look at the Orca, just a brief look, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Mezzo out.